All right. Everybody ready?
Ready
Here we
enough.
go.
That was a good look.
All right, we are live.
Do that all the time.
I like exploding.
Good.
Ladies, gentlemen, other beings, welcome to Fair Magic, the sequel to Mad Men that no one asked for, where we come up with magically gathered cards and decide whether or not they are fair. This week I have a human dandelion.
Other human, less dandelion.
Michael Denfeld, and
a lizard
Vincent.
person.
A Thrall Cleric.
A Thrall Cleric.
That's relevant to my cards.
All right. In hopes of establishing this pattern now, do either of our guests have any shout-outs for like local stuff they're doing or things of that nature?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Fantastic.
Come to the end games. It's fun.
That's the ideal state.
The end games is all right.
All right, so today's theme is commons. We've been doing way too much highfalutin EDH bait, legendary 100-word cards, so we're bringing it down. I'm talking about 2 mana for a 2/2 with maybe 1 line of text.
Well, I can just rip this up.
We're gonna go for 2 lines. We're gonna go for 2 lines of text today on these commons.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. All right.
Screw the
push
New
these
World
commons
Order.
today.
These commons are super complex.
Complicated commons. Oh, boy. All right, what do you have an example
Sweep.
of a complicated common?
Fine. As always, I am over-prepared and under-ready.
I saw you guys jamming out your notes like it was like right before a final. This is awesome.
Hey,
You gotta have some
I
content.
did these at least an hour before the show, Will.
I
I am a professional.
I appreciate the hustle.
and I work on the guild rate. It's 2/2 for 2. I have a 2/2 for 2.
All right.
So we established last week that I have a really terrible White Knight EDH deck, and I wanted to combine like creature types that are super popular and weird, but not actually good at all in an EDH table with a common. So we have a creature, human, knight, samurai.
Oh!
All right.
Sold.
I'm tentatively calling it the Knight of Bad Fan Fiction.
Okay.
For white.
Oh,
It is a 2/2.
there's more?
2/2
Okay.
with flanking and Bushido 1.
Killing me, dude.
Flanking and
the
Bushido.
So it's a 2/2
Okay.
for 2.
Do you hear
But
that?
when it blocks or is blocked by something, it is effectively, it can kill a 4/4.
Do you hear that sound? That was the sound of thousands of people collectively opening MTG.wiki to the Bushido page.
Right?
And then in a separate tab, flanking.
So, children, Bushido is it's reverse flanking. Whenever you block or are blocked by a creature, this creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Perfectly intuitive. And not at all culturally appropriative.
All right. What about flanking, man?
Flanking is like flanking. Everybody flanks.
Everybody knows what
I cooked
flanking
a
is.
flank steak tonight. I made some delicious sandwiches. It was great.
All right. Sounds good.
Were there many mounted samurai? That's my flavor question. For this.
I think so. I think they were mostly mounted archers,
well-
at least as Tom Cruise movies have led me to believe.
Well, Sun Quan...
Which is our only source of information.
Correct.
So.
Well, we also know that Sun Quan, Lord of Wu, is definitely banned from New Modern.
yeah.
But he's not in Modern. So
And they have horsemanship, so I mean that's Chinese, not Japanese. So I don't know how that's relevant.
No, you got me. Air horn, smash cut 2. I don't know. Like a clip from a samurai movie.
残念相打ちだの
All right, we're
That
back.
seems right. Okay.
That was an uninspired smash cut. I'm gonna try harder.
It's okay. I believe in you. So on the theme of, I've actually brought up this card before.
Okay. Sweet. That means I don't have to make it.
I know, right? So what I want is, again, double white for a 3/1 first strike flying.
No. No.
At common,
No.
that might be one too many keywords.
One
at
white
common.
or white 3/1, definitely fair. 2 colored mana, maybe you get 1 keyword.
All right, let's make it flying.
Ooh.
3/1
I think
flyer
that's
for
fine.
white.
Does it have a
That's
subtype?
good.
You get it.
It is going to be a
It's a cat.
bird
All right.
angel.
What?
Bird angel.
So
Does
pushed.
the angel have like 2 smaller wings on top of
No,
her?
actually, it's a regular angel, but instead of wings, it has birds
Okay, so-
clinging to its
see,
shoulders, flapping.
You're describing a Magic the Gathering art image that doesn't exist, and that's not a thing I can do for you.
Oh, right, yeah. Just get a picture of somebody
Yeah,
being
get a
carried
picture
by
of that.
birds.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll just
This
get a
is-
picture of that
this
thing
is-
you just described.
We'll
Yeah,
film
yeah,
it
yeah.
in post.
So it's the ideal Lyra Dawnbringer
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
2-drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and honestly, I am all about a 2-drop angel. That is a thing that the tribe needs.
I agree.
Other than Sarah Avenger, I guess.
All right, I got one for you. I have a 1-drop Tree Folk. It's a 2/2 for 1 green that comes into play tapped, common.
Huh. I mean, it's
It's
diagraph cool.
Yeah, it's a little baby.
But in an irrelevant tribe.
But
so
green, Tree Folk.
I'm going to have to
Irrelevant.
go with fair.
How do you know?
Fair magic.
Fair magic.
Fair magic. Slightly underwhelming. Not like awful.
Yeah, that's what we're shooting for around here.
Make it a 1/4.
A 1/4 comes into play
1/4 is
tapped.
better
Yeah.
for Doron.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is
Yeah,
pretty
1/3.
1/3 is all right.
Yeah.
If it comes into play tapped, it should have a big butt.
You're right.
Push
All right,
it.
I've been playing around with these new abilities they printed in this new Ravnica Allegiance set.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's brand new. So they did Riot, and I was thinking they didn't have any 1-drops with Riot, did they? I don't think they printed
I
any.
didn't see one. I
So
don't look at green cards.
So I was thinking about what
can't
would a
see
1-drop
recards?
with Riot look like, and I figured it would have to be a 1/1 because then at most you're getting a 2/2
Or
from
a 0/1.
which is pretty good. You could do a 0/1, but it's a Gruul card. You
0/1
can't make a
with
0/1.
haste.
0/1
Yo.
haster? Let's
not-
go.
So here's my 1/1 common. It's a red-green split card.
Oh boy.
Hybrid.
It's a 1/1 with 2 lines of text. It's got Riot, and it's got remove a 1/1 counter from this creature. Target creature gains haste until end of turn.
Pushed.
Ooh.
So pushed.
That is not a common, though.
You don't think so?
Nah, that is uncommon.
If you had said 1/1.
It's a one-time effect essentially because you're not really gonna have that many ways to put counters on this.
But you're
That's true.
obviously playing Rakdos Simic because everyone does. Teamer is broken.
Yeah. Honestly, I think you could have gotten away with hybrid red-green 1/1 Riot. Like, that would have
1/1
been
Riot.
so solid.
Yeah.
That's a pretty great card, and you could see it being a bad uncommon or a great common.
Yeah.
What else we got? I just want Memnite as a common.
Why?
I really like 0-mana creatures. This is a cool thing. It's a cool idea.
Okay. We'll make a different 0-mana creature.
Antiquities
We've done
Wars, thanks you.
Ornithopter.
Dang.
We've established
what about
Memnite's
this?
a thing.
It's a 2/0 with flying for 0. How about that?
Ah. You know, for a 0 toughness creature, which is obviously a bit of a build around,
A little bit at common.
just a hair.
It's really shitting up the draft format.
Yeah.
This is Time Spiral 2, folks. We're
no.
Electric Boogaloo. Let's make it a 3/0 with flying.
Oh,
Speaking
tribes,
of things
though?
that you would need to build that around,
It's
could
a
you,
construct, clearly.
what's the worst how could you print an Anthem at common to make that card reasonable in a draft?
I mean, the simplest way to do it is pick a creature type, right?
Creatures you control that share no creature types with any other creature on the battlefield get +1/+1.
Oh,
At
man.
common?
Yeah.
It's an anti-anthem.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. That would do it.
Yeah, that's a very
Until
reasonable
someone breaks
common
it in a good
anthem.
stuff deck and there's
Yeah.
a bunch of random creatures. But
Yeah, slap that on the creature.
how would we cost that then? A white card?
it's either
green card?
white or green, I think.
Also, I feel like if it's common, you might need to slap that on a creature.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
So otherwise, that's a rough pick.
But you could still make that an Anthem.
If it weren't for the complexity thing, I would say you put an ability on the enchantment
Yeah.
to destroy it that
Yeah.
any player may pay.
Ooh.
But that's definitely
That's-
New World Order.
It's
not
mythic
Savage.
right now.
All right, so we've got a creature. It costs white or green or maybe both, and it makes sure never to give more than 1 or 2 creatures anything.
That could be a blue-green, too.
Mm.
They have that green
Yeah, you're right.
enchantment that gives +1/+1 to unique creatures.
You're right.
Well, and they just
Alright.
did the Simic rare that was if you play a creature that doesn't share a name
Yeah,
with
that's what I was
anything,
trying to
draw
say.
a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should really look at spoilers.
Now
Well,
we're going back to Alara Reborn.
To be fair, I just looked at every single Allegiance card in a row, alphabetically today, so I might be on my game.
Yeah.
What is the last card alphabetically? Go.
Last card alphabetically in the rare slot is going
Zagana.
to be...
Did I ask about the rare slot?
Yeah.
Did I?
No, I didn't actually put the commons away.
I think it's probably still Zagana,
Yeah, probably.
regardless of the slot.
But no, so back to
Alara
keyword
Reborn.
soup,
Gold cards.
anthem creature.
Excellent.
Alara Reborn, so we can have as many colors as we want. I want this thing to be Bant.
Okay.
And I want it to be the 3 most common creature types, which I imagine are like
Bird,
human,
human.
elf, and
Ooh, yeah.
some other thing.
Human elf
what's
bird.
Yeah.
What's the blue equivalent of human? And
Drake. Let's go human elf Drake.
that's gross.
Yeah, I don't want to be that.
My mother
Drake?
was a human.
Is it
My
merfolk?
father was
Is
an
it
elf
soldiers?
Drake. I am human elf Drake. That sounds pretty good. It's better than snake elf druid for sure.
I feel like birds may have been pretty prevalent in Alara, though. You could probably get away with bird. But I don't know.
But does anyone want to? Other than your bird wizard. No offense to him. Or her. Or it. Bird angel, excuse me.
Yeah, I was going to say, Bird Wizard is a different
Bird
card.
wizard angel would be better.
That's true. We
Yeah.
should make it
Literally,
Bird Wizard Angel.
The art of that bird angel is just going to be question marks.
Yeah.
Now that we've had a frog lizard wizard or whatever it is,
Uh-huh.
I think nothing's off limit anymore.
That's
How about
kind of
that-
true.
How about that elf ooze wizard? Ooh.
So in the lore of magic, a dead human or elf or merfolk turns into a spirit, not into an angel.
So only sometimes.
Or a
And
zombie.
angels are beings of
Or a
pure
zombie.
mana, correct?
Uh-huh.
But what makes an angel then? Soren's? Just Soren? Soren
Yeah.
goes around and
Yeah,
makes all the
Soren
angels?
Soren, he's a
Just
really
one
busy
Soren.
man.
He makes every angel.
He made Sarah. It's weird.
Yeah, it took a long time.
I guess she's technically not an angel. She's like a quasi-deity.
Cass is losing
That
his
was
mind right
yeah.
now.
20 years ago. I was a much younger man.
Yeah.
Pre-mending. I'm gonna hot take on the Fair Magic podcast. I do not give a single fuck about pre-mending lore.
Hey,
Fuck off with your godly planeswalkers and
Weatherlight
nonsense.
Saga was fine storytelling, my friend.
Sure.
I did Gerard Capation for several Halloween costumes.
Okay.
And the beard was drawn on very thickly on my unstubbled cheeks.
Oh man.
It was great.
That sounds nice.
It was nice.
Shout out to the magic lore story where it was Drana eating an Eldrazi.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the best ones that I've read.
Sounds delicious.
That's the
I
only
wish
one
they
I've
would.
read.
I wish they would show us the lore where all the angels fight the Eldrazi because we never got
Ooh.
that.
I want to throw a shout out to my favorite and only lore story that I've actually read in the last couple of years, which was the one where they introduced Fibblethip as a character.
Uh-huh.
Fibblethip, our friend. I did not read that one.
Humongulous though.
Weirdly
Oh,
enough,
man.
I don't read any magic lore because I think it's cheaply written. But I did read that Drano
Got 'em.
story and Alicia's, and those are the only
Yeah,
two I've read in like
yeah.
a decade.
Yeah,
So.
That's
we
all you
gotta,
need.
We got to keep this train wreck rolling.
All right,
You guys
all
got
right.
a ton
Yeah,
more
yeah.
cards, and we have another segment after this. So we gotta
Okay,
go.
all right. Well, red burn is a thing,
'Kay.
and we're apparently every set prints cards that go directly into modern burn. So I'm going to try two.
Sweet.
I'm calling it sympathetic lightning bolt.
Okay.
Red,
Uh-huh.
instant, deals 3 damage to any target and 3 damage to you.
All right.
That's
Super
fair comment.
playable.
That's
Yeah.
a fair comment.
Super fair.
Yeah.
And automatically slots into burn, just
That's-
like every other card.
I'm playing 16 bolt. Woo! I'm like,
Spear spewer though.
Spear. He's gonna make it. That guy, he's
Yeah.
got a lot of grit.
that guy let me down super hard already.
I love playing it against life gain and being like, well, someday I'll be back ahead of you and this will be relevant, but I'm still gonna ping.
Oh, spewer.
All right, I got an afterlife card for you.
What you got?
Split white black 1/1 flyer. Afterlife 1. Spirit of the Spirit.
Nice.
I would absolutely play
That's
that card
very
in
good.
Spirits.
If we can refer
It's a
to
good
it as
common.
Spirit
Yeah.
Squared, I will sign off
Yeah,
on this
yeah,
as
yeah,
fair
yeah.
magic.
Uh-huh.
Seems good.
Spirit.
I mean, it's no more broken than Will's 2/2 tree folks. So.
2 for 1 all day. All right, here's my common uncard for y'all. It's I think it's probably 1 mana artifact, 1/1, and it has the keyword slapsies. And the first person to slap it gets to put a +1/+1 counter on any creature when it comes into play.
It's got to be at the beginning of the next upkeep.
At the beginning of the next upkeep, so much better.
Yeah.
And you can make it super push then too.
Yeah.
Like 3 counters,
7 counters.
7 counters.
Just go.
Turns to 8/8.
And destroys all other creatures and players.
Turns into Nev Disc.
Yeah.
What about if it's something like the number of times you can slap it before the other player slaps it? You get that many
You're
counters.
just like destroying each other's hands.
That sounds like an uncard to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I am on board for this change, and I will sign off on it being crazy magic.
Target player play a sub game of fist fight. Whoever wins the magic game.
Break your opponent's hands.
Can we make that a Karn emblem or ultimate? Actually, like restart the game as a fist fight.
Oh my god, that'd be so sweet. I don't think these are commons at all.
All right. I tried to make a card advantage spell, and I realized that there have been a lot of broken cantrips at common, so that I can't make one that's better than those. But I tried to make something different than those.
Gotcha.
1 in a blue, instant. Scry 1, then surveil 1, and draw a card.
For 1 at
That-
common?
that-
No,
may
for
be
2.
better than-
1 in a blue.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Okay.
no, that's fine.
1 in a blue.
So it's
It's
significantly
like
better
a
than anticipate.
weird anticipate.
Is this an
yeah.
instant?
I think it needs to be an instant at 1 in a blue. Yeah. That's my opinion.
That's
I think
pretty
it's
strong.
pushed at 1 in a blue.
Yeah,
Ponder.
it seems real strong.
Preordain. These are things that exist in Pauper right now.
Yes, but
So it's,
Well, I would compare this to Discovery actually as
Yeah.
a Surveil 2, because Surveil is strictly better than Scry.
It is.
Yeah.
I think. So, for the same mana cost and not black, only blue, you get a slightly worse effect. I think that's probably fair as a
Yeah,
common.
and you don't have the split cards flexibility.
I would very
Uh-huh.
much consider making that a sorcery though, because Discovery is a sorcery as well.
Yeah, you're right, but I wish you weren't.
that seems right.
all right, fair magic for sure.
All right, I got a Spectacle card.
Oh boy.
They didn't put any drawbacks on the Spectacle cards. Like cast them cheap or get a drawback. So 3 red and a black for a 4/3 first strike. Spectacle 1 red and a black, and if the Spectacle cost was paid, the thing deals 3 damage to you.
Ooh,
I would probably
pretty good.
still play that.
Yeah, I would.
Like, that's a really great aggressive
said-
creature.
you
That's
said
a nice
4/3
top end.
Four,
along
4/3
with-
first strike.
What's
Yeah.
the demon thing?
The rafter thing.
Yeah, like that's 2 nice top end
Right.
creatures in an aggro deck.
Mm-hmm.
This seems pretty fair.
yeah,
Yeah, it's solid. I like it. Gold
playable
star.
for sure.
Check.
Word.
All right.
Mm-hmm. We have established fair.
All right. Well, I promised a Thrall, and I cannot disappoint my fans because I love Thralls. They're so terrible, and they make great comments because of it. A Daralore was a favorite of mine in terms of being just unplayably bad, but I put it in anyway. So, Careless Brute. 1 white, black. Creature, Thrall. They don't really have types because professions are a little beyond them.
Mm-hmm.
As an additional cost to cast Careless Brute, discard a creature or artifact card from your hand. 5/3.
Ooh,
A 3 mana 5/3 that requires you to
Discard a real card.
no lands. Not that those are not.
I think
real
that's
cards.
pretty fair.
that's real good.
Yeah.
Anytime you're discarding a card to get another card.
The question is
gotta
what
be
breaks it. Like, there's clearly going to be a creature putting into the graveyard is going to break something, and I
Yes,
don't know
indeed.
what it is.
It's in red.
It's 1 white black for this.
1 white black.
For a 5/3.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's too much mana for it to be good in dredge or anything. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
think
too
that's
slow
fine.
for
it's,
like
it's
a
probably if anything,
Reanimator
it's
deck.
a standard discard outlet for a reanimator in standard.
Yeah.
That's probably what it would end up being.
like it could be
Or a draft.
madness, I guess, would be good, but there aren't that many great madness creatures. The spells are better. So
That's
okay.
solid.
yeah,
Again, I did not break Thralls. Maybe next week.
No.
I believe.
What's the maximum amount of Thopters that you can get at common for 2 mana?
1.
And is
One.
it just 1?
Clearly, well, yeah.
Is there a
probably
way
one.
that you can get 2?
like with
Like
a
if you make it
crazy-
like a raid trigger, kind of like Chart a Course, where if you attack with a creature, you get 2 Thopters, that kind of thing.
Maybe
2
combat damage.
If you deal combat damage to an opponent,
Yeah.
get 2 Thopters.
All right, you can get 3 Thopters,
Ooh, half.
Okay.
but
but
so several lines of text here.
Sure.
Oh no.
unfair magic.
Remember, there's that goblin card from this set that counts the number of that same card that you put in your graveyard, and then you get that many goblins.
Yep.
So that's kind of a complicated common. They was just printed now.
I cannot be
So-
forced to
I'll
read
listen.
text.
I'll hear it out.
These lines of text are: when you cast this spell, you may choose to not cast any other spells for the rest of the turn. If you do, make a Thopter. If you haven't cast any other spells yet this turn, make a Thopter. Third line of text: make a Thopter.
That is a mythic, I think, just
2
based on
mana?
complexity alone.
That's fair.
And for
Well, I
mythic,
think, like-
I'll let you have it for Also, still 2 mana.
Fine.
1 mana. Just get 3 Thopters at the beginning of every
No.
game.
Yeah, that
No.
may be a little too much. For
Yeah.
like on 2, that's insane. Like
Sure.
anytime beyond 2, like the second turn, it gets worse and worse basically. But like on 2, that's
Well,
broken as shit.
this
That's
comment has like 7 lines of text so far, so let's add another, and we'll put the Sarah Avenger stipulation on.
You can only cast it on your 3rd turn or later. There
Fourth
you go.
turn or
4th turn. All right.
All right.
That seems right.
Much more elegant way to do what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You can only cast the spell on your 3rd turn or later, create 3 Thopters, end the turn.
That's fair.
There you go.
Blue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorcery, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like blue and 2.
I don't know if you can have end the turn text on a common.
That's true.
How
That's
could
super
that possibly
powerful.
confuse a new player?
Only on Time Spiral Electric Boogaloo. Do you
What do
It's
you
not
mean
like
go
a-
straight to cleanup?
Clears the stack and prevents lethal.
Wait,
Weird.
what's the stack? Oh no!
So Quicken, that is the new blue
Oh,
board.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh man.
Would they print a 1 mana sack outlet at common these days? Like free sack outlet?
What would it do?
Free sack outlet?
Like
no.
like the Scry one, you know.
Oh, like Viserys
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Sack 1, Surveil 1?
I don't think they
Oh.
would print it this year because Aristocrats is already looking like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Like they stay away from a lot of free sack outlets, but if they managed when it came into the format,
Yeah. I'd like to see a cheaper one.
Yeah.
a 0 mana free sack outlet.
I don't think you could do it for 1, but like a blue, like double hybrid blue-black 2/2 vampire with
Yeah.
sack a creature surveil 1.
That would be pretty sweet. Give that thing flash, and that thing's an uncommon.
Or sack a creature fire breathing.
We're not super good at this commons thing, is what I'm noticing.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just
Okay.
like powerful.
Turns out-
That's the
Commons are
problem.
tough.
Turns out commons hard. Also, to be fair, like you design commons based around the like structural things that you've built into the entire set. There's like the pillars of what you're trying to do, and we don't have that. We're just spitballing here. So like,
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I tried to make a bad enchantment,
okay,
and
Sweet.
most bad enchantments end up at uncommon. But I'm going to try to make it. There are two relevant lines of text on it. The first one is mandatory. The second one I'll leave up to you, gentlemen. I'm calling it Haphazard Burial. 1 and a black. That is slightly negotiable. Enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you may put the top card of your library into your graveyard.
Ooh.
Pretty bad enchantment. Probably common safe. Second ability, 1 and a black. Sacrifice Haphazard Burial. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand.
all right.
I think that's fair. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's totally
pretty
fair.
It's a
It's a-
little
it's a-
too complex with 2
good. It's
abilities,
a slow
but it's
raised dead that
fair.
feeds itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
No, actually, there's an enchantment out of Shadows over Innistrad, I think, in green. That is, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may mill 1 or 2 or something.
Right.
And then return from your graveyard to your hand.
It's like a creature in
A
a land,
creature,
but you have
yeah.
to have delirium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good one.
That's a
Alright.
good card.
How about this? It's a blue and a 1 for a 2/2 pirate,
Okay.
and for its text, it doesn't have any. It just has a whole sea shanty filling the entire box. Italicized text.
What size font? I need to know the typesetting here.
And it's Ixalan specific sea shanty. So there's dinosaurs in there.
Good.
Like
Good.
Merfolk.
I believe they made.
Sirens are great for sea
I believe they made
shanties.
that card in the welcome decks.
Uh-huh.
Planeswalker decks.
Portal 3 Kingdom. They had some of those.
They,
seems
they
right.
like new players to see the flavor. I think.
Yeah. Oh, also, I should have ran that caveat by the audience at the beginning of this. This is the episode we're going to guaranteed make all of the cards that already exist. Because commons are very similar. There's only so much you can do.
And
Yeah.
that's why none of our cards are actually common. They're,
Yeah.
they're
We've
all
done a pretty
uncommon
good- Yeah.
with a really weird, bad, mythic rare and
Yeah, yeah,
thrown in
yeah,
for flavor.
All right. Do you guys have any more you want to get out, or do you want to go to the segment?
I'm going to go really fast.
Okay.
I have one that is clearly not a common. Could
Wait,
never.
hold on. Let me stop you. How many do you have?
2.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay, you got 2 and you got 1. I want you to do them rapid fire. We're not going to react. I just want you to do them as quickly as possible.
All right.
Cool. Withered Abomination, 3 and a black, creature, horror. It's a 6/7. Enters the battlefield with 3 -1/-1 counters.
Fair. Next.
All right, this is the addendum one. So it's
Ooh.
a 1 blue counter target spell instant. Addendum, draw a card.
That's
Yeah,
nice. I
that's
like
good.
It.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I would.
Why didn't they print that?
They should
That
print that
should
card.
be a card. It's
Yeah.
the only one tonight that should be a card.
Yeah.
And this one is inspired by Jennifer Beals and my least favorite 80s movie. 1 red black creature, something warrior, not human. Humans are too broken. Flash dash for RB. When it enters the battlefield, each player discards a card. 32.
Flavor text, flash dash. I came here to take out the trash.
That's right.
I'm about it. All right.
That's what I got.
Good stuff.
Yep, I like it.
I like him a lot. All right. Let me see what we're doing here.
He exploded.
Fuck it. Let's do another 30-minute episode.
I'm ready. What's the
All right.
theme?
So the segment that we have added on to the end of Fair Magic is I have a lively alternate life on Pinterest where I collect fantasy images for my various D&D purposes. I recommend that
Don't
you
we
do the
all?
same.
I've been doing the same for longer than you've been alive, Will.
It's real good, as it turns out. So I have a bunch of images here that I thought might be fun to try and make commons around.
Ooh.
All right.
So we're going to start with this one.
I'm going to
Which
need
is
to
a,
take off my stylish sunglasses for this.
It's like a little fish man with
Okay.
a staff.
Oh, it's a merfolk.
For sure. But what kind of merfolk?
Okay.
What do you think?
Like a
This is a
derpy
I
merfolk.
feel like it's Zendikari or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be a plane we haven't seen merfolk before because
No,
none of them look like that.
That's for sure.
It should be a one of, the only one of its tribe.
Well, that's not a common.
I mean,
Throng the
if
last
it's
troll.
bad enough, it could be.
Do like a...
Mitski, the last merfolk, a common legendary.
What?
We've never printed that.
No.
It could be the time.
Oh, man.
Legendary common.
Legendary common 2/1 skulk merfolk.
2/1 skulk.
I think
for
this may be a
3?
blue-red merfolk.
2/1
just 'cause
skulk
of
for
coloration
3
here.
common. All right.
If it's legendary, Will, it enables all those
watch
Dominaria
out.
spells.
That which was taken is coming for you. You're gonna get a divinity counter on that son of a bitch.
I mean, he seems very contemplative, almost religious.
I'd say this is a card that maybe lets you look at more cards. Like when it comes in, you look at the top 2 cards, put one in your hand, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm down for that, and I want it to be a Merfolk cleric because I don't
I
think
like
those exist.
One more merfolk cleric. It has a tap reverse scry, the new mechanic specifically for the set that it's in, where you can look at the bottom card and then
That's
put it on
nice.
top if you want.
That's nice.
And he is a Merfolk from Return to Amonkhet.
Where
There's like a decorative pond. he lives in.
RTK. It's all water now. How did it happen?
They finally
We're not
find the
explaining it.
Amonkhet Ocean,
Right.
and they try to drink the water, but they don't realize that it's
Yeah,
salt water.
Oh man.
it's good. I like it. Hit
All
me up.
right. Next up, we got. This is actually from Attack the Block, which is a fantastic movie starring John Boyega before he got famous. It's real good. You should check it out. But also, it's like a fuzzy creature.
Is it an abomination? A
I'd say it's a
horror?
I'd say it's
Definitely
horror.
horror for sure.
It looks blue and black, so I'm going to say it's blue and black.
Yeah, it seems right. It probably eats brains or something then, right? Like discards cards or some nonsense.
So at common,
All right, I got one for you.
go.
It's a blue, black, and 3 for a 5/5. And when it's blocked, the defending player discards a card.
5/5 common with a discard rider on block. I think it needs to cost 6 mana.
Yeah, that seems fine.
I don't think it needs to be a 2/5.
No.
I don't think it's that wimpy though.
What about 5/2?
5/2 with a block rider. You can block it and kill it, but you discard a card.
Uh-huh.
Or you can not block it and take 5 damage. I'm sold on that change.
This,
Yeah, I like
Fair
it.
yeah.
What do you think, Denfeld?
My original thought was more of like a 4/4 kind of thing.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those brawlers.
Mm.
And maybe like a 4/4 for 5 with a drain 2 on ETB,
Ooh,
that kind of thing.
that seems right. Yeah. All right. All right. I can do like a couple more that I want to do. I feel like this one could be a sorcery of some kind, like a combat trick, because it's like a mantis creature with two, like a double sword.
Could be an aura or even equipment maybe.
This is what I came up with before the podcast, which was it's a red spell. Target creature gets haste, and if it's an insect, it gets double strike. Just like a weird tribal common.
Tribal insect needs more love.
Yeah, it does.
Please.
Mantis rider isn't in.
Oh, it's already got haste though.
Yeah, it does.
Just double strike for your Mantis Rider. It's not even that good. It's a 2 mana spell.
Huh.
Make it 1 mana.
I'll push a common here. I'll say it's an equipment that costs 4 mana, but the equip is 0, and it gives first strike and haste.
Ooh, as a common.
It's a common.
That's
I don't
pretty
think
good.
you can you get away with 0 at common?
It doesn't add any power or toughness.
Yeah, first strike haste. I don't think they would actually print that as a common, but I want it.
I'd go
I
3
do
and
want
1
it.
at common.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 and 1 seems right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do one more that I really wanted to show you guys.
Yeah, things with equip 0
I
that
love,
have
I
any
love
kind of
things with
effect.
equip 0. Equip
Nah.
0 is great.
So now we got a plant coming out of a book.
Ooh, this is a green and blue. Yeah, green
Yeah.
and blue. Is it an enchantment? It feels like an enchantment.
Yeah, it seems right.
Living words.
Why can't I design comments? I'm like cumulative upkeep.
Yeah, no.
Actually, this is a mill card that prevents you from getting milled and starts to mill your opponent very slowly.
Oh.
This is like an enchantment for blue and a green, and every upkeep you may shuffle a card from your graveyard into your library, and your opponent mills 1 card.
Ooh, I like that.
I love that.
I had a similar idea,
Yeah.
which is I think it's a blue-green 2-drop enchantment, and it says whenever you would draw a card, you can instead put like 1 or 2+1/+1 counters on a creature.
I think that's a very elegant design that can never get printed in standard because shuffling is apparently the devil. But I think it's crazy good. I like that. I don't think I could beat that.
Sounds good. Well, let's stop while we're ahead. Join us next time on Fair Magic, where we will be filming on the set of the moon landing in space on the moon, where they filmed the moon landing.
Stanley Kubrick
will be there. Nice.
We can't ever meet like this again.
Catch you on the flip side for the fateful last recording that has Vincent in it.